Hello and welcome to yet another video here on the YouTube channel Spillfragment Fellowship STF. My name is Andreas, Norwegian Viking, and this is Coleslaw driving, so we won't bother him too much. It is Sunday morning. We are on our way to Tabletop Battle Bunker in Moss. We have about 1 hour drive from here.
Including picking up Jansson.
Yeah, picking up the other Andreas as well. Hope he is awake.
Yes, I have every messages from him.
Alright, he wasn't yesterday. If you watched the last video, we had to wake him up. So, I'm very tired. We got home about 10, I think. I got home about 10. But I was so pumped after having great games, talking about miniatures all day. I sat down painting. So I went to bed about half past 1. So about 6.5 hours of sleep.
And I watched your video on multiple game systems. And it was quite interesting. And there I have a thing about Infinity we need to talk about sometime. So I really think that Infinity is a game system that's difficult to play good if it's not your primary.
Oh yeah.
But I think that's a lot of other game systems that are less complex. You can play as second game system.
Yeah.
Without having any problem. This bolt action feels like you don't really need to. It's not so much to memorize. It's not so much special rules about different situations.
Yeah.
Your options every turn is quite limited. You can move and you can shoot and you can assault.
Yeah.
You can't climb, you can't jump, you can't sneak around, you can't hack consoles, you can't, and so on and so on.
Because I think like Guild Ball and Relic Blade and Frostgrave and Bolt Action, that's all good secondary games.
Also fun first games, but
yeah, of course,
they are easier to share with other game systems.
Yeah. So that's cool. We can continue that discussion at one point. What makes a good like primary game and what is the best secondary game or something, and lists like bunches of war games and see if anyone sticks out. So yeah, we are expecting to have 2 good matches today. I'm on 2 draws, no, two losses and 1 victory.
I have a draw, a loss, and a victory. So. And the draw was the least bloody game ever played.
0-0?
Yeah, 0-0. I lost 3 models, the other guy lost 2 models.
Yeah.
4 turns. We managed to play 4 turns, 5 casualties in all. No points.
Oh wow. So, but sadly the tournament, well not sadly, it's a tournament rules. They don't rank the players by wins and losses. They rank them by points. So that means I'm on 18 or 19 points, I can't remember, which is pretty good. I
should be around 10-12 somewhere, I think.
I got 14 points in my first game, so that helps a lot. Yeah. But in this game, if I meet a 10 dice opponent, I have a potential of getting 40 points in the next game.
You have to be really, really lucky for that one.
Yes, kill everything and get everything off my board edge.
Yeah. And this scenario we're going to play now is a bit weird.
It is. No, the last scenario is a bit weird.
No, last scenario was really just kill and focus on killing officers and armor. So it was, but that made that, as you knew exactly what units the opponent were after, they were pretty well hidden. So it's quite difficult to kill a single model officer if he really wants to hide, if that's 2 victory points to the opponent.
Yeah, true. So yeah, so I'll come back when we have something more cool to show you.
Yeah.
And that's probably Anson falling asleep. Alright, so we are ready for game number 4 on this Sunday morning. I have drawn my opponent, Jan, and we are playing a very cool scenario, which basically is get your force off the other edge of the table, and you also get points for every unit you kill. So it is a potential 42 victory points to me and 40 victory points to my opponent. So let's see after the battle how many points we scored. Oh, right, so I'm back with stage 4 on game number 4. So we just finished the game before time for once, and it was basically to get everything over. So I got 7 of my units over, and I killed 7 of his units. So that meant I got 28 victory points to his 10. So he got stuff done as well, but I had very good luck with my dice rolling, and he had poor luck sometimes. So yeah, exciting games. What I'm going to do now is, and in case you're wondering, my opponent requested not to be on camera, so I'm of course respecting that. So I'm going to take a look when we have a break. I'm going to show you all the tables, because there's really cool tables here, so stay tuned for that. Alright, so we are back from lunch. We just had some pizza, and now I'm going to show you all the cool tables Table to Battle have. So there are a bunch of tables, about 11, 12 tables I think, so let's go through them. So here you have the first table. This is a Pedion terrain table, very nicely done. It has buildings on it. It has ponds, hills. Only thing is with pieces like these, bolt action is a non-pre-measuring game, so all the tiles are 12 by 12 inches, so you could potentially mark your ranges from this, although it's no guess weapon, so that's no worries in this one. Next one, very cool table. You have a ruined city, you have a hangar, and you have loads of cool roads, winter wonderland. Looks pretty good. Next one up is also Pedion terrain table, and you have yeah, more buildings on this side, ruins that is, so it looks good. So let's walk through the shop and take a look at the rest of the tables. So loads of people here queuing to buy stuff. There's offers on. You could buy 4 tanks for 400 Norwegian crowns, and that's about £36 or something. So here you can see one of the other tables that is going to be used in the tournament, or has been used in tournaments. So another one with faux teddy bear fur on it. So it's really cool texture on. A bit hard to place models on, but you have cool emplacements, bunkers, and a road through the middle. So it's hard to drive vehicles through the table, but I think that's the point. And somebody just bought themselves a Japanese army. And we have now gone to the 2 small rooms, so we can now see all the tables for the main gaming hall. So this is a desert table. Warlord likes to play here because he has a desert army. So it is loads of cool buildings and a straight road going through the side. I haven't played on that one or any of the others I've shown you so far. But this table I've played on. I played a game here yesterday. Game 2 I think was played on this game, on this battle. So on this board that is. So you have a very cool thing. My spotter was in there the entire game, and you have a snaking road through the table. Here is another table. I played on that one as well. I think I played game number 1 on this one. Yeah, we played the crossroads scenario on this one. So Wild just bought himself this one yesterday, the bridge. It was snaking road, and you also have some ruins and buildings. Mr. Cheese himself. I think I'm playing him in the last game. Maybe. And I really like this table. Loads of buildings. Really cool table. You have roads everywhere. loads of cool strategies that can be used in this on this table. And cool buildings as well, because you can take out the roof. And you can place the models in the different stories. All right. So I played game number 3 on this table. You have the airfield. That's a very cool table. You have RAF soldiers with emplacements. You have a flak cannon, and you have 3 airplanes all standing by. This was a really cool board to play on, even though I lost. I didn't lose so heavily. It was 3-2, I think. And here you have a desert board. This is the same map that Warlord bought. We have it in the grass mat. Well, the mousepad mat. This is a thinner one. But yeah, this is a very cool table, like Pacific Islands table with a watchtower on it, loads of jungle. Looks very cool. And this table is also quite beautiful. You have all the cool buildings, ruined buildings and cool buildings. I would love something like this. This is my army. You can see on the table here. I just played the game on this. Also very fitting for me to play on a frozen table, because my bases are very frozen indeed. So that's all the tables. They look pretty. They are quite wonderful. So I hope you enjoy them, and I'll come back with my next opponent. Alright, so we are here with the final game, and it looks like I am in second place currently against Mr. Cheese himself.
Not me, him.
So I'm facing Russians with 2 T-38s and 2 armored cars. So no, I'm not betting on myself in this game. But the cool thing is that if Are wins the entire tournament, he will donate nearly 3,000 Norwegian crowns to the Norwegian Veterans Society. So very, very nice of him, even though he's a very good player and a bit of a bastard. He does cool stuff as well. So, Are, good luck, and let's come back after the game. Alright, so here is my German army marching after their not victory, but defeat. Yeah, I had my mortar left at the end of the game, but I was asked to put up my army. So I think this looks very cool. Cool looking formation there. So Are, congratulations.
One of the best looking armies was themed.
And yours isn't too bad looking as well. This one is very cool. That one is really cool.
Price from last year.
Oh, nice. So, so yeah, the four tanks, I think, did it for me. It's hard to beat that with 2 anti-tank weapons. But I did get 4 points against your 9.5. Yeah. So I think we can declare you the winner of the tournament.
I guess so. I think I will win.
And hopefully I will get a good placing with 52 points overall. So so it's cool. So we'll come back with possibly the award ceremony. So we're here with the award ceremony.
Everyone also wins a voucher for some painting services by Atondi Gaming. Yes, which is our fellow patron Thomas Wood in England. Mark Wood. And he said it. Jan, where are you? Senior. Jane. He has an army that's on that table painted by Thomas that you can take a look at. It's nice work. Or have you put it away? There we go. So come get your vouchers from me later on. So, to the fun stuff. We'll do the last place prize first. He played his first tournament. He played his games number 3 and upwards yesterday and today. Hey! Alright, so you will get a chance to learn a new game. Get a chance to learn a new game. It's a World War II anime game with cards. Congratulations. Let me have a look at that. I'm going to send it to the guy who donated it. Then we have me and Andreas decided that we should go with the person that had the least cheesy army to receive this prize.
Least cheesy.
Least cheesy, and also coincidentally was the best themed we agreed on. This is a long tom. The person who won has obviously the biggest dick to show up with something not cheesy. That's why. And that is Ole. You win the biggest thing. Because you showed up with something that shouldn't win, but you still did. There we go.
Congratulations.
Very good. Skulle bli en amerikansk här. Jag har en amerikansk här. Then we have the best painted. They win. Bolt action mug.
This is exclusive.
Custom made. So who wants to win this then? Who thinks their army is best painted? Yes, your is best painted, but you didn't paint it. You can't win. But Henrik Svensson can.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Then we move on to number 3.
Number 3.
Now you don't actually get a physical prize per se, of this, but you get to choose a box of something from Warlord Games, tank or squad size, infantry squad, and that is Jonas Liden. And a shot glass with a bolt action bolt. Put it to good use. Third place, congratulations.
They win everything.
They do.
Yes. Well, you don't get me as a prize. Back in the old days.
We have second place winner. Will also win a box, tank, infantry, and a blister, and this shot glass. And he also promised to buy 3 tanks if he ended up on the podium, which he did. Andreas Övre.
Thank you.
How many cameras can you get into one picture?
All of the cameras. Thank you so much.
Then we have the winner. Unfortunately, I don't have a cheese wheel.
Alright guys, so we are back, and with me in the car, of course I'm not driving because I'm doing the video. We have Coleslaw.
Hi.
And we have the other Andreas. So how can I get there? We can get everyone in the shot. Technology. So we are driving on the way back to Oslo, back home after a very cool tournament, I would say. So we've all had 5 fun games over the weekend, and we've had some good food, and meeting lovely people from actually all around the world, because even though it's basically small local tournaments outside Oslo with about 24 people attending.
Yeah,
24 people attending. There were people from Scotland, Sweden, the Netherlands, and the UK. Yeah. So people from across Europe travel to a small town outside Oslo to play toy soldier games.
Yeah.
And I think that is wonderful. It's just because of the tabletop battle patron that they invite to a yearly tournament for their patrons. That makes everyone else, of course. But patrons get first opportunity on tickets. So obviously the first time they had it in the new shop and gaming hall. It's a very impressive site.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
So I can't wait.
A lot of cool tables.
Loads of cool tables.
A lot of terrain.
You would have seen those about 6-7 minutes ago in this video. I took a shot of every table. So if you missed it, go back and watch all the tables. They are beautiful. So let's start with you, Coleslaw. How did you fare in the tournament?
I got 14th place. So, and my goal was to not get the last place.
Yeah.
So I'm happy. So 14 of 24, well, but I feel I'm quite new to this. I didn't practice, didn't really. Yeah, well, I'm happy. I have 5 fun games. I had one game where I had 3 casualties and the opponent 2 casualties. It was 0-0 draw, of course. I don't think we played any game to the end. That was the only problem. The time limit, 2.5 hours, in my experience, doesn't work together. And apparently it doesn't work together for my opponents either. So I feel that it makes the snare, one of the snares was to get your troops off the other side of the table. But if the snare is to get your troops off the other side of the table and you only get 4 turns of 6, doesn't work. But generally I'm very happy. I played fun guys. I had to play with. I got to play with toy soldiers. I like that. I looked at other toy soldiers, and what I could hear. I don't think anyone had a bad game there. So it was 2 or 3 thumbs up for me, but I'm driving, so.
So next up is Weil. He's not in the car. He would have been there, but he's driving home with Jan Senior instead. And he placed 10th place with his LRDG SAS force.
Yeah, I think it was really good placement for running that force.
It was. He had a bit of practice. He had like 3 practice games before the tournament. He was very unhappy with the army before the tournament because he didn't feel that they could do that much. But he came in 10th. That's above average.
Yeah.
And he also got most themed and least cheesy army.
Yeah, he did.
Which is extremely interesting because in the first edition, the LRDG force was considered very cheesy. So that's just because the Jeeps aren't recce vehicles anymore.
They are recce vehicles.
Oh yeah, but they
recce
can't.
Vehicles.
They can't recce even if they did something.
Yeah, well, they've done something. They can't recce anymore.
Yeah. All right. So,
and he won over me. I lost to him.
Yeah. So Coleslaw played both the other Andreas and Weil.
Yeah.
So yeah. So the other Andreas.
Well, I ended up on 4th place. I won 4 out of 5 games, which is something I didn't expect at all, as I only got like 5 games played. Played the Soviet army, and interesting, the T-34, the tank, only died once out of all the games. Had lots of fun, I learned a lot, and really looking forward to next time.
Yeah. It was a cool tournament for you.
I have to say that it's been the best tournament so far this year, in addition to the Norwegian Masters.
Yeah. Although you might have some bad memories from that game we had at the Norwegian Masters. I just came off my first loss in the tournament and absolutely just slaughtered your entire army.
Yep. So I had a better time here than at the Norwegian Masters.
Yeah, you didn't have to meet vengeful Azog. All right, so coming back.
I think it was quite interesting that I had 3 armored units in these games, and I only lost 3 armored units during 5 games. So, and as you said that you only lost the T-34 once, early war apparently armor is
very strong
and very strong and important.
Yeah.
Later you get all kinds of anti-tank weapons and armor goes down like paper, I've understood, but early war tanks are to work against.
Yeah, because only some armies have access to medium anti-tank guns.
Yeah, we don't.
And they are mostly on top of heavy vehicles as well. So T-34 and is medium anti-tank, and the Panzer 3J is medium anti-tank. So armor is extremely important, and both those tanks also have a 9+ armor value.
Yeah.
So they're very good.
I played against a guy with the earlier Panzer 3, the one with a light tank but medium cannon.
Yeah.
And of course we have the 88 if we really want to, but that might be a bit of overkill and it's not so mobile.
So coming back to me, I'm very surprised. I have played 5 games. I won 2 of them, but those games I won quite convincingly. 28-10 for the second one, and 14-1 in the absolute first game of the tournament. And that meant that with my combined score of 52 victory points, I got second place. I lost. I won 2 less games than him, and he came in 4th. So it's a bit of a weird thing for me, because the victory points are the rankings. So it doesn't go for your win-loss record, which I find a bit weird from my experience. But it's all good. For my taste, I would have, since there's so many different ways to. Well, you get points for the order dice you meet, and in a couple of scenarios you get points for the order dice you have. So if you meet a lot of order dice, you have the ability to get more points in some games than others, and I find that is a bit, it makes the games a bit unreliable in case of how many points you can get. With a win-loss record, you can use the victory points for the second tiebreaker or the first tiebreaker, and that is a better way to do it, in my opinion. But I got second place, and I chose my prize. That was a free blister and a free box. So I picked up a box of plastic Fallschirmjägers for the German side, and a HQ for the Fallschirmjägers as well. And as I stated to Damon, if I placed on the podium, I would take advantage of their 3 tanks for 400 Norwegian crowns, and I bought myself a Stummel, a Stug, and a Panther. So I now have 3 more army units in my arsenal, so that's good.
How many army units did you lose during 5 games?
Nearly all of them. I have no clue.
No, but did you lose your armored units?
Oh, my army units. My Panzer III went down in 2 missions. It was immobilized in 1 of them as well.
Yeah.
That was the mission where you were supposed to go across the table.
Yeah.
So I couldn't actually get 30 points if that wasn't immobilized. And I lost, well, my light armored vehicles went down pretty quickly in most games.
Okay.
Either because my opponent moved his units closer to mine, so they were destroyed, or they just went down in assault, so just for pure arms fire so far.
No, that's true. I lost 4 once before because I lost my mind for a few seconds and moved my armored transport right into his force.
Yeah.
And then it's a poof.
That's why I mostly have my officer inside his vehicle, so it can't do that anymore. So yeah, very cool tournament, very cool people. All thanks to the guys at Tabletop Battle for having great venue, having great tournament, and great service as well. They offer discounts. Remember, to our Norwegian members of the fellowship, they get a 20% discount on game social products from Tabletop Battle, and they deliver to Oslo. So because one of the guys running Tabletop Battle has his job in Oslo, so he drives Moss-Oslo every day. So if you live on that stretch, you can get it delivered to your home, which I have done a couple of times. Great service. So yeah, cool guys and cool tournament. And also they have the opportunity to have their gaming menu and store because of patrons. Something we also try to do is, with our patrons' help, we want to get a YouTube studio up and running, which is very close now, I think. So, and if you want to support us in our endeavors for getting a YouTube studio running, as well as better equipment in there, go to the link below and support us on Patreon if you can. Only $1 a month will help immensely. And as always, guys, please comment, like, share, and subscribe, and
Share your Hobbit hobby.
share your Hobbit hobby.
Didn't I say share your Hobbit hobby?
Support.
Support, yeah, of course.
Support us.
But sharing is important as well.
Support your hobby, guys.